Listen, I have this belief that I whipped it out and it touched the tip of my feet. I have some belief. I want to whip it out and touch my feet. That sounds messed up, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get this belief. I have some belief. It's fucking cold, man. I have some beliefs. It's out there with me. You guys up too. And I have some beliefs. Hi. You guys up too out there. Them subscribers up, man. I was checking around, man. You guys gotta get them subscribers up, bro. Shut the fuck up. Good job, Daniel Barry, on them subscribers. Daniel Barry's a beast at YouTube. I swear that guy's a beast at YouTube, and bro. Daniel Barry, bro. That's my dude. I'm not just saying that because he cash apps me and stuff. That guy's really got a good channel. He's got 29,000 uploads, dude. Fucking Daniel Barry's uploading right now. Dude's uploading right now, bro. I'm telling you. Fucking Daniel Barry uploads 87 times a day, bro. That's some Dr. Fish shit, uploading 80 times in a day. I've uploaded more than that before. What are you guys up to? Who's out there with me? What you guys do today? Ain't much to do when you guys don't got a job and a girlfriend, huh? No car. It's alright. You'll get there. I didn't do shit. I took off both my jobs today and laid around naked. That's what I did today. I need a fucking break. That's what I did today. I took off everything. I said, nope. I woke up earlier and I went back to sleep, man. My body's beat up. What you guys up to? Who's out there with me? Jesus saves. It's nice being on your own, though. Not speaking to nobody. You don't have to depend on nobody. You don't obligated to anybody. I like it. You don't have to call anybody on their birthdays. I fucking like being an adult. Fucking love it. Dame ese cigarrillo. You guys up to? Hold on, I'm making coffee and stuff. I'm really not awake yet. I'm not situated at all. I woke up. It took me 20 minutes to find my underwear. I realized they were on my head. Never happened yet. Yo, I couldn't find my underwears. What you guys up to, man? Hope you guys are doing well, man. Hope you guys fish, man. You guys can go catch a real fish like that one. Good luck. Fishing's a source, man. It'll change your life, guys. Swear to God, man. When you catch a fish like that, not some little bass, some little tadpole fish. You want to hold a real fish, it'll change you. When a fish like that bites, it'll change you. That is one of many I've caught. I'm actually a state record holder, man. I start pulling out catfish pictures. You guys all click out. That's a real fish right there. You ever hear them guys, they got them little fishing story? They always got a story, but got no pictures. No knowledge. Guys like me call that shit out. When I'm making coffee, man. We gotta make a couple mud, is the best part of waking up. I had Wesley Snipes in mind. Guys up there, who's out there with me? Daniel, what's up, buddy? I was just talking about you, bro. Good job on your YouTube channel, bro. I'm sorry I look a little scruffy today. I can't shave every day, guys. It fucks my face up. I gotta be up tomorrow. I gotta go to both these jobs tomorrow. Oh, yeah. So what are you up to, buddy? It's good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yes. Yes, fish can. Yes. Yes, I can. Daniel Berry. 29,000 uploads, bro. Really? My man uploaded 29,000. I had 4,000. I thought that was a lot. My man's got 29,000 uploads. Yes. I appreciate all them cash apps too, bro. I really do. Nothing makes me happier. Where's the letters at?
I don't know.
Don't know where the lighter is because she's turning into a whale. Daniel Berry. I just uploaded. I probably should have waited to upload. I don't know. I was filming some machine on a truck. That video will do it too. All their efforts will suck. They'll panel, they'll do all this and that. I'll upload a 15-second video of that truck and I'll view all of them. They don't listen, man. They all want to gather up nonsense stuff. That's not how you get views, guys. Before I got demonetized, I swear to God, I put up 6 million views in 4 days. They're lucky they demonetized me. I'll be remonetized in a month, though. I'm monetized right now. I just can't use my other channels. I get in trouble. I could go live right now off 2 other channels with a button. I get in trouble. See, when you're Dr. Fish, you have backup monetized channels. You just have to be. You use one of them when you're on suspension, you get deleted. It's the rules. Oh yeah, Daniel Berry. And he is scary. Look at it. You can catch like 50 of them in a night too. Yes. Ooh, look at that boy. He look good too, don't he? That boy look good, don't he? Look at him. Ooh, that boy look good. He put in that work. I could literally show you guys pictures for the next 8 hours straight. You guys watch me grow up in them pictures. Daniel Berry. I like Daniel Berries. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mr. Daniel Berry. What did you guys do today, man? Talk to me. Talk to the doc. Talk to me. And remember, fish cares. I was checking the circles, man. I see people paneling, speaking of serial killers. Do these guys even have GEDs, man? Like, it's funny trying to listen to people speak about topics and you hear how uneducated their voices even sound. And that's coming from a marine biologist, guys. I think these guys are a bunch of idiots. Oh, yeah, that's why I don't even panel with them. I thought they were idiots for years. You know what I mean? Right. Hold on, let me fix my coffee cup. No, runs a good channel, Daniel Berry. That's what YouTube's about. He runs a fucking fantastic channel. Look at his life views. Good channel right there. He really is, man. He's got like 9,000 subscribers. You don't see Daniel Berry doing no draw. I see that guy consistently out viewing people. Fucking love that guy. I'll be over there to super chat you too, bro. I'm gonna figure it out. I have to put one of the bank cards on there. I usually use prepaid and stuff for when I send people super chats because the fucking bank account, they like to take out super chats a month later sometimes, I learned. And even if you buy a 99-cent or $2 super chat, there's tax and other shit and Apple purchase and all this other bullshit. You gotta figure it out. Daniel Berry. He is Berry. I fucking hate it out here too, Daddy. It's so boring out here, bro. Even the fish look sick out here, dude. I went fishing out here, caught double digits or whatever. The fish even look sick out here. As soon as I was holding that bass, he started talking to me. He was like, "Bring me to New Jersey, fish." Even the fish are little out here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. up at the wrong times, and I too I wanna play with my pickle. What are you guys up to? Dr. Fish, the vigilante streamer. You guys, you can't be loyal to nobody but the cause. Be true to yourself. Speak how a leader speaks, how Dr. Fish does. Don't be a follower. Stop being, I hate that shit. You've never seen me follow. You click on my channel and scroll down, you see all super chats. Go watch them streams. Watch me in action. That's no following involved. I hate followers. Ain't that right, fish sticks? It's Fish Daddy. Fish is a state record right there. That's the largest flathead catfish ever caught in New Jersey, guys. That's what happens when I go fishing. We break state records. I'm still waiting to be verified, though, but that's a state record right there. That is almost 20 pounds bigger than anything on record since 2004. That's an invasive species. It takes longer to get recognized for an invasive species such as that flathead catfish, but it will be recognized because they recognize it in Pennsylvania. And the one in Pennsylvania has like 13 pounds on that because I'm fishing the Delaware River basically, but I was in the Rancocas side, the New Jersey side. And nobody catches shit like that out of there. They think they do. They don't. I was talking to that fisherman out there. They was trying to say they caught something. Oh, where's the picture at? You can't even fit that fish in the picture, man. Daniel Barry. Dame marijuana. Marijuana. Let me see the vape. Oh, man, she can't hear me. What's up, Fish Sticks? What are you up to, buddy? I wake up at the wrong hours, bro. It's Dr. Fish Sticks. Yes. Yes. What are you guys up to? I'm just chilling out, man. I'm kind of bored, yo. I don't like it out here. Try to move to a state where there's more to do. You can get a job anywhere. I'm a college guy. That shit looks great on an application. Don't matter. That felon, all that shit doesn't mean shit when you got that college shit. I swear to God. You just can't do state and medical field. Other than that, they're fucking trying to break their neck to have you work for them. I'll tell you that. Most people who apply for jobs don't even have high school diplomas, guys. You know what that says to an employer? It says you can't finish things. It has nothing to do with the schooling or how smart you are. It has to do. It shows when you graduate high school or something to an employer. It shows that you showed up on time every day. It shows you completed your task, which is your work, and you graduated, so you completed it. That's how they look at it. I had to be taught that by somebody who taught me how to do job interviews. I had to learn that years ago. It has nothing to do with your intelligence. Because look at the job you get hired for. You're pressing buttons on or you're mopping, or you're stocking, or something silly like that. Like it's, you understand? They want to know you're going to be there every day, like you were in high school. That's what they want to know. I don't got all the answers. I'm a blue collar guy, man. Buddy, I go to work. I missed my jobs today. I took off for my jobs today, dude. All I'm doing is working and not getting ahead. So sometimes I got to take a rest. The state's fucking designed, like this state I live in, bro, is like everything's truck stop prices, even for food. Like it's like outrageous out here, bro. You know, for a Dave's double at Wendy's, that shit's almost $10 for a sandwich. Like, come on, bro. I thought this president was going to do something, bro. I'm not complaining or whining. I'm the guy paying cash every day for everything. I still got cash. But it's just the principle, man. It's fucking outrageous. I can imagine these guys with no medical insurance and need operations. Like, what do they do, like, with this Medicare stuff? Is that why that Luigi guy went on that shooting rampage and shit? Which is wrong. He shouldn't have killed that man. Murder is murder. It doesn't matter who he's working for or what's getting done. That, you know, that man had a family. He was in it. You know, I understand the healthcare stuff doesn't mean he should have got shot. It's not him. A lot of people don't want that guy locked up. I just realized that. I don't know though. I don't know, but I just know. Fishy said he likes it slow. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What are you guys up to? I'm trying to find it. I don't have no pictures on here, man. Like, I literally don't. I have to go. I don't want to do it on the phone in case I hit, like, you know what I mean? Hit one of them pictures with my dragon out. You guys are going to see what a real one looks like. You know what I mean? Wait till I go fishing with you guys, yo. Watch how many we catch and how quickly and how professional and we look. It's just so easy. I've been doing that ever since I was a little kid. Even in that picture right there, me holding that fish, I already had 20 years experience on the water. And that picture was years ago. That's before Juice World was a rapper, that XXX guy, all these guys that these people venerate, man. That's what I was doing. That picture right there is before touchscreen phones. For real, bro. Well, I think touchscreen's been out for a little while. A lot of people thought the phones were gonna flop and video games and shit. Like computers are the future. That blue collar lifestyle, learn a trade, all that shit's dead with computers, guys. Computers is the trade. I don't listen to people for advice. I don't take advice from people that are least successful than me either. They driving just as good as a car, or dressed a certain way. I ain't gonna listen to you. Fuck am I gonna listen to you for? Like that stream. Daniel Barry. Where's my Cash App, Barry? Where's my Cash App, Barry? No, just kidding, yeah. I gotta go light him up. You gotta start sending 20s, bro. Gotta start sending 20s, bro. Could I get a biscuit tomorrow? You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding, bro. That's how I used to stream back in the day. I don't like e-begging and stuff. Like, you want money, go to work. It's nice to make little cash apps and super chats, though. I'll get back on my super chat game, and I was checking the communities and shit. These guys are some of them are monetized and don't light it up anyway. It's kind of funny. What's the point to have it? You know, if you don't use it, that's like having a penis and you never use it. Well, it seems like a lot of these drama guys have that problem. They all have penises and never use them. You can't bang your computer screen, guys. Trying to bang the computer screen don't work, does it? Fish sticks. You're trying to bang the computer screen. Hey, fishy. Where's fish sticks at? Where'd you go, buddy, man? Don't port on me. We'll get in the portals, man. I'd switch to my science channel if I was on the water. We'd have hundreds of people in here. I was in Fishy's chat, and he looked like a whale. Fishy come, fishy go, fishy touch it real slow, yeah. You guys up to, man? Smoke with me, kick it with me. I feel like a bum taking off today, though. I hate taking off of work, bro. I'm just fucking beat up, bro. Like, this state's corny. It'd be the happiest day of my life leaving a shitty state like this. It's like a poor people state or something, dude. It really is. Like a passing through state. You go to New Jersey and walk on the boardwalk and go to the suburbs and certain things. It puts this shit to shame out here. Like, it's in bad. Like, one town in New Jersey probably has all the stores in a 100-mile radius that Iowa has. Like, it's pretty pathetic out here, dude. I thought there would have been more to it. Looks like I was wrong. Yes. Thought there'd be more to it. It was out there with me. Dummy mana fisherio, fishy touch your video. Dr. Fish Sticks, I appreciate you stopping in my chats, buddy. I'll increase the chats. Dr. Fish, the guy that got everybody gunning for him. He don't give people the time of day, and he always calls everybody out all at once, kind of shit. It's hard to make friends when you have a leader mindset. You have to lead. It's different. I'm about to do a spurt of videos where I gain another 10,000 subscribers, though. I'm just scared to lose my channel. Like, there's ways to cheat on YouTube, you could say. I just don't always do it. You saw what happened when I did it. Can't break the rules and stuff. I know all the rules too, like where I could write them and stuff. I just take chances and stuff. I'd have been stuck at 3,000-4,000 subscribers a year from now if you don't. Them videos boosted me, even though it affected me, but we'll get it back. Or I'll just switch to another monetized channel after the suspension. It's that simple. Like I already have one. Yes. And if something happens to that one, I have another one. Yeah. Or back up, back up, back up. Yes. Come on, 343, that shit better go up. 343, I just uploaded that shit. Should be 1K already. 346, you better go up, little fucking. Get them, semi-truck. That video right there will help you anything they do today. Watch in an hour. Watch what that video does. That other video the other day was what, 23,000 views? That's more than their stream views for the month. That's how I look at shit. That's how YouTube looks at it too. I haven't even been clipping like that. You guys are lucky, man. I could be out really getting them views, man. There's just not a lot out here, man. I seen a Lamborghini yesterday. I didn't have my camera on me. That Lamborghini would have been at least 100,000 views, easy. At least 40, 50,000. I would have clickbaited the title. And I did have good hashtags. Yeah, Fishy loves clickbaiting. Yeah, but I do good clickbaiting though. I do it in the thumbnails or the title a little, but the video is not clickbait. Because clickbait's considered spam. You know? He's out there with me, man. When I gotta start another stream, I can't do them Trump streams anymore, guys. Politics is the worst things to speak about. Everybody's an expert. And none of them get out, you know what I mean? Everybody's an expert on politics. Yeah, politics gives people an opinion that they shouldn't, you know, it gives the ignorant and uneducated a greater voice than they should have. Because that's what they sound like when they speak on topics. Ignorant and uneducated. Like, for example, I could switch right now and start teaching you guys marine biology. And my voice would switch. It would be crisp and clear, and I'd be using words you guys never heard before, but you guys would learn. And that's the difference. Dr. Fish isn't a narcissist or anything like that. Dr. Fish is pro-self, though. You know, arrogant. Arrogance doesn't make somebody a narcissist. Because narcissists, because I know a few narcissists, and they try to hurt people. You try to act like you don't do something right or this. I never do stuff like that. I'm just like winning, you know. I want to, you know, I'm a boaster. That's what kind of guy. I'm a flasher kind of guy, you know what I mean? I'm not a humble guy or something. You don't got to be humble when you can be explosive. If I was on the water right now, I'd already lit it up on a different channel. I bet my life on it. Because we would have caught a fish already. Once we start fishing, we can't stop, though, you know. You think I was humble that day I was fishing, catching a fish like that? No, I wasn't humble. I showed up like I was like ready to outfish your grandpa. And that's what happened that day. That's how I showed up. Bleeding in that picture too. I didn't show up like, oh, I hope I catch one that day. No, I showed up eye of the tiger that day, suited up. Look at me. I wasn't playing in that picture. If I make a mistake out there, I don't hold that fish. And all these fish knowledge, all that stuff I tell you be bullshit, but it's not bullshit when you're holding them. Yes. Where you guys at? That's a little guy though, like I said yesterday. It really is. I'm gonna find some more fishing pictures and put them on this phone. They're all on all the phones. I literally have thousands of fishing pictures. A lot of them are in photo albums though. You guys up to? Yeah. You guys up to? He's out there with me. You guys don't want to speak about Marone Sactilus? You know what I mean? It's funny how you can act like a dipshit, then on the drop of a dime, be a biologist. I always got a kick out of it. The whole room stops. Faces stop. People start making fun of you because how smart you are and how professional you can speak. I hate that shit. I can see why Iowa has a high alcoholic rating too. Yo. I'm about to go back to drinking. Yo, ain't shit to do out here, bro. I could be fucking with the beer bong naked right now, yeah. Nah, I'm not drinking anymore. I don't like drinking. The only thing that really messes me up is brandy and whiskey. That's what I like. I gotta get what I like. What are you guys up to, man? I need to get in the portal, man. They gotta stop taking me off. They gotta figure out what settings so they portal my streams. I'm a lot more interesting than regular people too. I'm a lot more educated, especially with my focal point. I should be hiding behind science and marine biology and not even be on camera. I literally could go invent a Fred Flintstone lightsaber right now. I just can go do it, you know what I mean? But it makes no money, that's why I don't do it. Creativity will get you so far, but it doesn't mean it's going to make you money. Gorilla. I like Glorilla. I don't know why, I just do. Uh, Glorilla. Uh, uh, uh. I like her voice. I like that Tennessee. You can hear that soul black woman in her. L-O-D T. You can hear that Tennessee. You can hear that deep South in her voice. You know, it's weird. She does it with the beat. Like, she doesn't hide behind Southern rap, even being from Tennessee. She has her own sound. She does with the beat a little bit, like the beat, like to the song I'm listening to. So I like some Southern rappers have a different sound to them. Her face, ass. You guys out? What you guys want to hear? We're doing bad or something? No, like here, people. So Doc always comes through. Ass, her face, ass. You guys up to? You guys are awesome, man. I like this part right here. Coochie driving crazy, deep, deep dog photo, and you know I got the tree. Yeah, yeah, that shit awesome, man. I like Glorilla. You know who I learned about Glorilla from was fucking Kai. Kai Sanat, like the best streamer on this platform. Him, I Show Speed. There's nobody bigger. The best streamers I've ever seen. He had Glorilla in his house, dude. I swear he had a zebra. Kai Sanat's like the best. I love that dude. He's actually entertains me, dude. He does cool shit. He brings everything right to where he's at too. He's very clever for that. He'll bring Nicki Minaj over his crib. I like Kai, yo. Great seat, deep seat. And you know I smoke a tree. I switched the words there. Ooh, ooh. Coachella. Ooh, bitch. That's my paper line. Face, ass, titty. You guys up to, man? I don't mean to sound all messed up and stuff. Streaming's like a diary to me, man. I just go live and vent. I don't pick on people. I don't give a fuck what any of you guys do. Never did. I wish you guys all good health and have a girl, a job, be happy, you know? I'm doing well in life. The only thing I'm not doing well in is I'm not getting no joy out of life. No happiness. It's other than Mary always makes me happy and stuff. I'm just saying, like, I want to go do stuff. This isn't the state to do that in. There's no adventure out here. So I gotta go find some adventure. Dr. Fish. It's a nice fish to hold, though. You show that fish and show the flathead and stuff. People, oh, when you going fishing? When you guys ever gonna go catch something of like, you know what I mean? You know, when you gonna go catch a real one? You know? I fished so much, I still need a break from it because it was unhealthy how much I fished. I think Mara plays Fortnite a lot, or I stream a lot. It was unhealthy how much I fished. It really was. Very unhealthy. My mother believed in me, even before going to college and stuff. She bought a lot of my fishing gear. I remember getting all my gear stolen once. She bought it all new the same day. A lot of money, too. I use Shimano 2500 FH reels, and St. Croix rods, and ugly stick rods. You know what I mean? And carrot sticks. She always supported me. She's a good mother. Wish I was more successful at my age to help her more. Should be able to buy her a new vehicle and a house. We should be giving her an allowance every week and shit. Paying for her health care and all that shit. That's my job as her son. You know? This fucking shit makes my nose stuffy, bro. Like, some fresh air out here. You guys up to? I'm gonna get on that water too. It's pissing me off lately seeing these pictures. It really is. Fishing's like a whole dedication, man. I don't just go for a couple hours. Go out there for weeks at a time. There's so much content out there too. Snakes, there's birds, and birds' nests, and arthropods everywhere. There's more insects in a royal mile of land than there are people in the world. So you do the math. How many square miles are in the world? You guys have no idea, do you? That's why you don't hold fishes like that. Because if you knew stuff like that, you would hold fishes like that. There ain't no Google out there. There ain't no mistakes out there. You make a mistake, you don't hold that fish. This is my fishing pole. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah, fuck that. Specialize in bass fishing too. That's what my expertise is too. I just understand my cryptorhamnids. I really do. I like Jersey too, because when you switch to them deadly lures, you want to get as many bass, but you get a lot of chain pickerel. State record in New Jersey for a chain pickerel, member of the pike family, is 9 pounds 3 ounces. That's a big fish. That's a big monster looking pickerel. 9 pounds 3 ounces. A fucking freight train with teeth. You'll know if you hook that. I've caught them in the 5-6 pound range, chain pickerel. Hey. Somewhere. 9 pitcher is a big. I've never caught pike though. Pike's a little out of my geographic distribution. I probably have to travel up to the Great. I'd have to go to the Great Lakes or more of even Canada. Like Lake of the Woods is where you would want to fish. So you guys don't know that because you're not fishermen. You guys probably never heard of Lake of the Woods. Lake of the Woods is one of the best lakes to fish in the world. Write it down in your notebook. Lake of the Woods. Trust me, Al Linder, man. Al Linder taught me about Lake of the Woods 30 years ago when I was a little kid reading in fisherman magazines. That's pretty cool though, right? How about Jeremy Wade breaking more records? He really is the best angler in the world. It really is amazing. Jeremy Wade's awesome. All his fish facts, you don't even have to Google, guys. He's the real deal. He's a field. That's what a field biologist does. They're out in the field. Whether it's fish, whether it's plants, whether it's whatever, he's ready out there. See how he uses the natives and he makes it all like if we were in college, a show like River Monsters would be a perfect example because he could write a paper as he's doing it. You could tell he was trained. He uses a lot of college things in that show. Very professional. And everything he says is up to par. Hold on. I had to fix it. It really is. Everything he says. And he shows you. That's why I like Jeremy Wade. I was catching fishes before I even heard of Jeremy Wade, though. You know? Hi. Hi. How about you? How do you do? Where's Dr. Fish Sticks at? You got no love for the set? You ain't got no love for the educated guy, huh? Yes. Be out on that boy. So what are you guys up to out there? Oh, my headphones are over here. Yeah, I might contact the IGFA tomorrow too about that fish right there. It really is a state record, man. I want my shit in the book. I want it documented. When you get those Reader Digest fish magazines, when you open it in New Jersey, this should be one of the first fishes they're seeing. Ain't nobody catching nothing like that in Jersey. Lived there for 40 years. Both of them pictures I just showed should be in that magazine. One's fresh and one's salt, because that's an anadromous species. It would count as salt. That's why it's anadromous. Marone sactilus. Yes. Where do fish sticks go? It's probably bred in his pollock. I eat pollock. I like pollock, actually. I like pollock a lot. I'm not big on scallions and stuff. I'm trying to think. I'm not big on clams either. I don't like raw clams and shit. I don't want to eat a clam. Not big on mollusca. 60,000 species worldwide, you know? Yeah. You guys know how a pearl forms? Of course we do, Dr. Fish. Because we're sand or another irritant and we get covered with nacre and we enter into the mollusca's shell and form a pearl. Nacre. Say it. Nacre. That's how a pearl is formed. And that mollusk species, that sand or that other irritant, gets coated with nacre and forms a pearl. Say it. Write it in your notebook. Write it. Who's out there with me? We got some nacre. You gonna hate her. Nacre. What are you up to, buddy? Who's my pearl out there? Daniel Barry, he's like a pearl. I like that guy. I like that guy, Big G, too. It's a shame not having him in here no more. I like that guy. Guy held me down for what? Longer than 6 months, didn't he? That was a super chat every other day from that guy. He was good. He sent like 4 in a row, too. I like that guy. I didn't like him just because of the money shit either, because it's really not a lot of money he's sending. He understands the principle behind being a streamer, even though he doesn't stream. He looks out for his favorite streamer. Motivates you. Yes. Let me check my video, see if it's going. I'm not, man. I'm gonna fucking use the same video and clip it. You know? Oh shit! I did make a cash. That's my boy, yo. That's my boy Daniel Barry. I didn't even see it. That's my boy right there. He's got a good channel though. 8,000 subscribers too. I'm losing subscribers. I'm gonna get lower than 10K, guys. Been losing subscribers every day since I stopped uploading them videos. I'm not gonna be able to hold on to that 10K like that. They're all from them Fresh Prints and all them videos. I remember Dr. Fish uploading 200 times a day. Hit the nitrous on the channel, see what she could do. Lucky I didn't get sued, bro. I'm surprised they let you keep the subscribers, truthfully. You earned them, that's why. They can't take them away, you earned them. You earned them through your videos. Yeah. Now I gotta upload again. Oh, that's what I'm gonna check. Let me see how my little truck video is doing. Come on, truck. I don't know how much that machine costs. And that video with American police are different. All these bro getting flamed for protecting citizens' truck. Protecting and serving. You know, I was just filming somebody being pulled over. I wasn't even speaking about how he parks. You see how they insinuate? Curiosity kills the cat. And it did that in the comments. They all think that's what I meant. See, they're all jumping off a bridge. Even the people, they probably read the comment and, oh, that's what he's doing. No, that's not what I was doing. You idiot. You gotta hustle. Grab your notebook. Got hustled. Say it. Charlatan. Utopia. Who's out there with me? I gotta go to work tomorrow, boy. I want some adventure, dude. Like, I need like a better job. I wish like my job was like an adventure. Remember Steven Seagal? Remember he said that in one of his movies. You joined the Navy. It's not a job. It's an adventure. Remember that shit? I never really liked Steven Seagal movies. Maybe Under Siege 1 and 2, and if I had to pick, his best movie would be Above the Law. He was good in that movie. He was kind of badass. I will say that. He was alright in that one. Anybody seen Richie? Steven Seagal was a talented actor. He didn't really have the martial arts stats like that. He probably does now because he has the money to go train with whoever. He ain't no Van Damme or Chuck Norris. People really think Bruce Lee was like the greatest martial artist ever, then I'm not taking it away from Bruce. Then why wasn't he competing? Like, he was making movies with Chuck Norris, but Chuck was competing worldwide and was a world champion. How come Bruce wasn't? Bruce was a gifted actor. He wasn't good at full contact. All that shit don't work when like Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan. So you know what I mean. In his case, though, Chuck really kicked him in the head. I'm not saying Bruce Lee wasn't talented, because he was. But a guy like John Jones would drop him within the first round if they had to fight. He could use anything he wanted. He probably could give Bruce Lee a weapon, and John Jones would still whip his ass. Chuck Norris would have stood a better chance, because Chuck got hit before. Chuck knows how to hit. He's a 10th degree black belt. Walker, Texas Ranger right there, bro. I know, dude. I'm the white Chevette, bro. I'm Chevette, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Chuck Norris would have mopped the floor with Bruce Lee in real life. That's why Bruce Lee wanted him to come make that movie, Enter the Dragon. He called Chuck Norris and asked him, I need you to make a fight scene with me. And he was like, do I have to lose? And he was like, yeah. Because Chuck's not used to losing. Here, Bruce, you need to come compete and win these gold medals and be a world champion. That's how I look at it. I'm not taking it away from the guy. He just doesn't have the stats that Chuck has. And people put him on a god level. Bruce Lee was probably a better actor than Chuck Norris. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's going all right, buddy. Thinking of Chuck Norris, though. I swear Chuck would have... Bruce Lee was a better actor, though. A lot of people don't realize Bruce Lee... I'm not saying he was fake or phony, but he'd be like an example of like a Chinese Steven Seagal in a way. Doesn't have the stats like Steven Seagal doesn't, bro. Like, you guys don't believe me, like, look it up. Bruce Lee started his own martial arts and gets credit for Wing Chun and certain things. He does not credited with a legit black belt. But he was such a phenomenon and a legend that they say he was bringing secrets and teaching, because he did teach, but he didn't compete. Because he would have had to fight guys like Chuck Norris, and Chuck would have whipped his ass in real life, dude. Bruce Lee competed and got his back broken. Chuck competed and was a world champion. He didn't get his back broken. Bruce Lee was a better actor. He's been doing it ever since he was a little kid. Guys don't believe me, go look up Bruce Lee. I swear he's probably 10 years old making movies. He has experience how Lil Wayne does being a rapper. Like, people think Lil Wayne's some idiot or something. He's a college graduate, multi-millionaire. He's got more diamonds in his mouth than your house cost, and two of your vehicles, and your daughter's car. So he's not some idiot. How I look at it. I'm telling you, bro. Chuck, bro. I'm telling you, yo, Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee would have fought in real life. This is what I'm saying. Bruce Lee would have been missing in action, bro. Movie-wise, Bruce whipped him in the movie and stuff. It made it look all how that fight started off is how the fight would really go. Chuck would really whip his ass. Ever watch that scene in Enter the Dragon? You can tell both of them guys look how Chuck moves and kicks and everything. You can tell he's trained. His moves and kicks are so crisp that if he really wanted to hurt Bruce Lee, he would knock him out. Look at the way Chuck Norris moves in that movie. Bruce Lee moves like it's choreography and waiting for Chuck. Like, it's all choreography. Like, Chuck, when they were making that movie, he was explosive in the first scenes. I guarantee you that they made that movie like, let's just fight a little bit at first, then we'll do choreography. And Chuck was whipping his ass. I'm telling you, bro, his moves are too crisp. You can tell Chuck Norris is a trained fighter just by the way he moves. Bruce Lee, too. I'm not saying he wasn't trained. He was just overtrained, I guess. He was good with his voice and good with speaking philosophy and stuff. When guys like Chuck are winning championships, they're doing it. They're making movies too. Sidekicks, Missing in Action, Lone Wolf McQuade. He's a movie star too. Chuck. Then he's making Walker Texas Ranger, which was a successful show. Like Chuck's the man. Truthfully, Chuck on paper looks better all around. I'm just a Chuck Norris guy. Yo. I don't think Chuck gets the credit he should. I really don't. I don't think Chuck gets the credit because he had a gifted actor like Bruce Lee. Chuck Norris. Even the guy in that movie, Enter the Dragon, a guy with the scar on his face, O'Hara. I swear that was one of I don't know if that's Chuck's training partner or his like his shidoshi, like his sensei. That guy's a 10th degree black belt in real life. That O'Hara guy. That guy's badass in real life. He's like a world champion too, I believe. Bruce Lee picked that movie very well. Then you got Bolo Young, who's just an intimidating looking dude. He's one guy that's intimidating looking to me. He has that look on him. It's that Chinese guy. They always put a scar on his face and he has crazy eyes. He's in a lot of Van Damme movies. Bolo Young. Oh, man.
Lighter that I don't have.
Bolo Young. Oh yeah. Yeah, Bolo Young, man. He would have been great in one of the Terminator movies. I swear he would have played a great Terminator. He could move like one and look like one. He would have been perfect for it. I wonder if they ever approached Bolo Young for a Terminator role. Because I've seen pictures of him where, imagine him with the red eyes like the Terminator. It would be perfect, bro. He'd be one of my first choices. Even with, I'd approach him if I was a director and want to use I'd want to use AI to use his image in a movie and make my own Terminator just out of him. I'd pay him. I'd pay him half. No, I'd pay him 40% for using his image, and I'd pay him a royalty for how the movie would. Well, say if the movie did $400 million, he'd be getting a nice check. Because I'd give him like 5-10% royalties on it. I make sure he eat off the film because he one of my Terminators, and he'd always get a check. That didn't happen to Carl Weathers in Rocky. That's why he's not in a lot of the Creed films. Carl Weathers wasn't getting paid. It wasn't. I don't believe it's Stallone's fault either. I just believe the directors and people that know this kind of stuff got greedy, and I just can see it. See things that other people don't see. That's what I would have done. I'd have had Bolo. That Chinese guy they used for the T-1000 actually held his weight, though. I will say that. I'm a Terminator guy, a Terminator fan. That held its weight. That Chinese guy was kind of a little scary. Especially the first scene where he met Kyle Reese and stuff. That was a good scene. That's what Terminator's all about. A little freaky, too. First Terminator is really classified as a horror movie, guys. Sci-fi horror. Or even some shows or certain things that'll just be under a horror genre. Arnold was a straight murderer in the Terminator. I think he kills more people than Michael Myers does, or Jason, or Freddy in the first Terminator, dude. That police station scene, he did 17 of them. That's 17 gone. Just the police station scene. Terminator was a straight murder. That's why it's a horror movie. Remember, there's 31 cops in this building. Yeah, he killed 17 of them. Terminator. He even ends up killing Kyle Reese, too. Who else did he kill? Probably that trucker dude, too, man. He killed the two other Sarah Connors. He's straight murderer of the Terminator. You really look at it, how I'm saying. He's like he's Michael Myers or something. He's worse than Michael Myers. He's like Michael Myers he's Michael Myers with the 45 long slide laser sighting, you know? He got some laser sighting. Terminator. RoboCop would have fucked the Terminator up, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you. The Terminator is because it's Arnold and it's real famous or whatever, but RoboCop could beat Terminators. Technically, he really could. I don't know about T1000s though. RoboCop versus the T1000. I don't know about that. T1000 could stab through his face. Could stab through his face. RoboCop was heavier too.
That vape is crazy.
Huh?
That vape creates a lot of.
I know, man. Keep it to yourself, dude. Yes. How's my night? It's always going, bro. It's gonna be going good when we're on the water. See, it's still, as I open the door, it's still too cold to fish at night. You want some tuna? You look like you want tuna, huh? Look at both of you pretty cats. Those cats are well fed, boy. They're her cats over there. They're well fed, boy.
They're fat.
You can tell that lady loves animals. She's a good lady. Those cats look healthy as hell. Truthfully, the one looks a little overweight. It's probably because they go hunting too. They probably look. I've seen some fat robins out here. I really have. That means they're slow. That's why I say that, because even if they don't miss, just because a cat looks like he's a little larger, don't ever think that cat's slow. Cats are faster than snakes. Truthfully, one of the fastest animals on record is actually an anglerfish. And there are 300 species of them. Their bite reflex is at 5 to 6 milliseconds, which is absolutely insane compared to other animals. Even the fastest animal per body size and body weight on Earth is a copepod, 10,000 body lengths per second. No animal on Earth moves like that, except the copepod. It's also the only animal with one eye. I used to sleep with them books. And I complain about SpongeBob too. Some of the stuff they have, even with the echinoderms and certain stuff, their pictures, they're trying to be funny when they do them because they're not all accurate. My guy Patrick doesn't even look like an echinoderm at all. SpongeBob's bilaterally symmetrical. Like, come on, he's a peripheria. He's a poor bear. Sponges take food into their mantle cavities, which qualifies them for membership in the animal kingdom. SpongeBob, everything about him, even when they would punch him and stuff, everything about him is wrong in biology. He wouldn't be bilaterally symmetrical. Meaning he wouldn't have appendages. He wouldn't have arms and legs. He wouldn't have limbs. It's a sponge. Why does he have a mammalian characteristic? I'm a mammal. And I'm bilaterally symmetrical. Why is he trying to look like me? I'm spreading the world of the whole. Oh, how you doing? What's your name? Butthole Bandit? That's an interesting picture. Why you name yourself that? Why you like buttholes are dirty? That's why a lot of people that sleep with me, if I was, you're a man and you were sleeping with a man, a lot of them get diseases because there's a lot of blood vessels in your asshole. And that's why a lot of guys it's really sodomy that act of doing that. That's why a lot of them get diseases. My opinion on glory holes, it's kind of trashy and stuff. Just that, have a girlfriend. You have a glory hole every day. You know what I mean? Get yourself a girlfriend, like right now, I could go get a cardboard box, cut a circle in it, make your own glory, which I wouldn't. I'm just saying, you got to get out of, you don't want a glory hole. What if, what I mean? That woman that has it in her mouth, she's not using a condom, man. It makes you think, what do those other guys have on their things? And you can get herpes like that and stuff. You have to be careful. Protect yourself. Remember, the safest sex is with yourself. That's what a doctor used to tell me when I was a little boy. My mother actually got a little upset with him. Not upset, but I remember that. That doctor said that to me. When I was a little boy. He looked like Albert Einstein, my doctor, when I was a little boy. He used to tell me that. As I was leaving every time. Safest sex is with yourself. That's what he would say. He was a good doctor. Oh yeah, glory holes. Just be careful, man. You don't want to catch nothing, dude. Like, you know. But think about it. They got glory holes in heaven. You think Paul, Peter, and John and Moses are gonna go to the glory hole later? No, they're not, brother. You know. You think Enoch's gonna go to the glory hole while Daniel watches? I don't think they are, buddy. You know. You gotta really think about it. You know? Yeah, glory holes you gotta be careful with, though. You don't mess with that kind of stuff. Stay away from that kind of stuff. I know everybody has itches and stuff, but there's other ways to scratch them other than that, or you're gonna be scratching anyway. You use glory hole. Be careful. That's some weirdo stuff. We gotta think too. What if it's a dude on the other side? You know, how's that gonna make you feel? Or what if they identify as a plant? You know, it's 2025, bro. Where'd Dr. Fishsticks go? Where'd Daniel Barry go? Daniel Barry. It's kind of hairy. Daniel Barry. It's kind of hairy. No, it's alright though, bro. Don't think about glory holes and stuff. You meet a nice girl, go to church. You meet a nice chick. A chick that's trying to be about something, at least she believes that there's a God or something, you know, at least she doesn't believe in evolution. I don't even believe in evolution. It doesn't make sense. It's a theory. Always remember, it's the theory of evolution. Charles Darwin did some funny stuff with drawings too. I've studied him. I read his book. He's technically, Charles Darwin is the most famous marine biologist ever. Technically. Because of his voyage on the HSM Beagle from 1831 to 1836. He was out on the water for 5 years. He's seen a lot of stuff. That's what makes him great. But with his theories and stuff, he shows more of adaptations and stuff. Even with the moths after that fire, certain things, they adapted. That's not evolution. You're taking something that's already there that can adapt and saying it's evolving. It doesn't make sense, so then where does it come from? Nothing working for nothing, by nothing, for nothing, begot everything. That's what evolution is. It doesn't make sense. I can't roll with it. Even in marine biology, you have adaptations, evolutionary adaptations, gene flow, and mutations. It's the same with Mr. Darwin. Because there was another man doing the same thing. I've said this in other streams. There was another man doing the same science Darwin was doing. That's how we knew Darwin was faking drawings. There was a fire. And there's more than 168,000 species of moths. And there was a fire, a great fire, and it changed the bark on the trees, and the moths started to have adaptations. It's not that they evolved, they adapted to their environment. And adaptation is a characteristic that helps the organism survive in its environment or reproduce, and that's exactly what happened, not evolution. That's what happened. An adaptation to the T. I'm not saying things can't evolve, it's over time, but that's more of an example of gene flow. that's the thing where they trick you with evolution. They'll speak about over time and stuff, but that's gene flow. That's through the gene. That's different. And mutations and other things can occur. They lie a little bit. They have you think a certain way, and it's not the right way to think. Even in the Bible, they're discussing science that man didn't know about. That's how don't ever let people discredit the Bible either. All the science in the Bible was proven before they even had science. That's the crazy part of the Bible. You got God telling them in the book of Leviticus not to drink the blood of the animals because they didn't know how to they were man. They didn't know it was unhealthy, but God did. That's an example of divine intervention in the Bible, an intelligent design, an intelligent response to help them with science. And it was God helping them. Don't drink the blood of the animals. Plain as day. Because God knows it's unhealthy. It'll get them sick. It's not good for you. It's not healthy. It's not supposed to be consumed like that. How would they know that? They didn't know it. God told them. That's how they knew. They didn't have science. They didn't have forensic files in some little lab back then. No, they didn't have that. They had somebody telling them. Remember that. There's also another passage in the Bible. I got that book memorized too. There's another where water mixes. It speaks of where water mixes. It speaks of unicorns skipping in the book of Psalms. It really speaks of a lot. Great book. Collection of, that's what Bible means, collection of books. 66 books. Over 40 authors. Written in 3 different languages. A span of 1,500 years. Say it. Say it. Yeah. I'm making my last little cup of pop. Gotta make my last cup of mud. Yeah, Charles Darwin was full of it though. He really was. But he was still a great scientist, though. Charles Darwin had a fascination with bugs, arthropods. He liked insects. He wanted somebody to speak beetles with. Charles Darwin was obsessed with insects. Like literally, like he was upset, like how you see them seen in Silence of the Lambs with them 2 guys where she brings that death moth to them to be identified. That was Charles Darwin right there. That's Darwin right there. But he also was, if you were 1831, he was on the HMS Beagle, sailing around the world. Charles Darwin's mother died in Shrewsbury, England when he was 8 years old. You know what I mean? He used to sleep with them books. Sleep with them. Where's my straw at? Straw at. Where's my straw at? I found my sunglasses.
Well, that's good.
Sure, I found my shades, son. Yeah, evolution doesn't make sense, though. It's gene flow and adaptations, and they hide behind a theory of evolution. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. It makes sense. Biology makes sense when life's already in motion. That's why they can hide behind a theory. Life's already in motion. You know? Life's in motion. Hold on, I gotta pee real quick. If I was a fish, this would be called excretion. Dr. Fish has a one-way digestive system, and he's gonna go excrete himself. Excretion. Love excretion. The book of Leviticus. Remember that. Yeah, I know. I get some weirdos over here. I used to probably liking the conversation. Dr. Fish always had a brain. Remember, I sold the brain to the Scarecrow, you know? Remember, if you looked at Scarecrow, look at him. Is he bilaterally symmetrical? Let's say if he was like me, you know, then he'd have a respiratory system designed to breathe atmospheric air, but he lacks lungs, doesn't he? He lacked the brain, didn't he? So that's telling me he lacks involuntary functions, right? Who else? Who's with me? He's made of straw. He has no chemoreceptors, does he? Should have been a surgeon, yo. I'd have been a good surgeon. Guys like me could have cut you open and operated on you, I swear. Then ate a spaghetti dinner afterwards. You wouldn't have died on my table, man. That shit would have made me cry if I was a medical doctor and somebody died on my table. That shit would bother me. It really would. It's not about doing the job. It would be, you know, they train you so well and stuff, man. But I wouldn't be able to deal with that every day. Little 9-year-old girl got her head smashed on a motorcycle. The next one was a bus crash or something. You know, it's just you'd have to deal with death. That's something you got to deal with. And, you know, you hear that saying, "Win some, you lose some." Well, that's with a fist fight. That's not when somebody dying in your hands. It's a little different. It would bother me. But I could disconnect it and stuff, but it would bother me. It would bother me when it wasn't happening. Like months later, I would have flashbacks and think about it, you know? It would bother me. It lives in like your subconscious, I guess. Yes. Get this old defibrillator. I just tripped on something. Ow. Oh, you hit that channel, huh? What was he, a weirdo? Was that channel a weirdo? What was his name? Butthole Bandit? That wasn't a weirdo. I'm really not a weirdo, guys. I'm an eccentric, you know. I keep to myself and stuff, but I always had a brain. Oh, man. What are you guys up to? Smoke with me. And we'll tell Nam stories. Where'd you go, buddy? Where you at? Oh, yeah. Dr. Fish Sticks. That's a weird name, too. I got a breaded pollock as my moderator at Figures. You know? Got a species of bony fish as my moderator. Are you pollock or are you whiting? Because I just need to know, because that would tell me your geographic distribution, your evolutionary interrelationships, and your trophic interreactions. That's why I need to know. Are you whiting or are you haddock? You know, what are you, brah? Are you cod? Are you a temperate species? See, once I have your species, it'll tell me your geographic distribution. Once it tells me that, it tells me what you're foraging on. I can match your hatch and become you and your surroundings, and that's what helps. That's what you're supposed to do with fishes. Once you have the geographic distribution, you know what they're going to do. A lot of shark bites recently. Now you're a pollock. I like pollock. My old buddy Steve was making pollock one day, man, and I missed dinner. I was mad as hell. I think I was drinking down the street. Because that guy down the street, what I used to drink with, could keep up with me. I haven't met a lot of people that could drink like that and drink like how I could drink. The only person that really could outdrink me back in the day was Uncle Daddy could. Ain't nobody out drinking this guy, Uncle Daddy. I'm not saying he won't get weird when he gets drunk and obnoxious, but that guy can drink 30 beer. You know, you hear how people, I bought a 30 pack. You know, what did you drink 3 out of it? You know what I mean? Guys like him, man, would polish off the 30 pack. He pulled out more nippers than I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, remember Uncle Daddy had that box of nippers? I remember I used to take handfuls of them, go home and go live. He was my buddy, yo. He quit drinking though. I was proud of him. I swear, he's been sober for like a while. It's probably been a couple years now. He hasn't drank. Even if he has, he cut down. You know, it was good to see when he quit drinking. He's a good handyman when he's not all drunk and stuff. He just wasn't, or all tired and not eating right. When he's rested and clear, he's good. Oh yeah. Sometimes he has the problem a lot of employers have when they own their little businesses and stuff and do contract work or subcontract and stuff. You can't get reliable workers. Guys like me, I just come on them jobs to do simple stuff with them to make a few bucks. The guys he has doing roofs and other things, they shouldn't even be up there. He shouldn't even have to be on the job. He should be able to drop off. I literally seen crews where it'd be two Portuguese guys. They could drop them there. The whole roof could be on there. You could come back at 5 o'clock. Everything would be done. They would have replaced the plywood. They would have They would have papered it. Everything. Banged all the nails in and reshingled it. Two of them. See, with business though, you got to think if you like, what are those guys worth? If they're on a roof, you probably have to pay each one of them probably what, $450 a day. Probably might have to pay one $450 and one $650. One of them's going to be better than the other one, or they might have a fixed rate. I give you guys $1,000, blow it out in a day. It's probably nothing for them. Hard part would be the cleanup. That's when they go pick up Fernando and his friend. For real, bro. I've worked with Mexican and Portuguese guys. They're some of the best workers, dude. I swear they are. Amazing to watch. Fast. Don't even speak your language. All right, let me find something. They're not scared of heights either, man. These guys be up walking trusses and shit. See, I want to be the guy in the truck with the money. That's what I want to be. I don't even want to have to be on the job. I want to be the guy that has so much money where you don't have to be on the job. You don't even have to check the work. That's what for, you know what I mean? Little Fredo's for. You need it painted? Well, I'll call this guy and do it. You need this done? That's how you do business. You don't even have to do anything. Just got to orchestrate. Being a businessman, I believe, is different than who cares if certain things not set up right or being the inspectors or stuff. That's their job. My job is to cut the check. And I'd have my guy that knew all that stuff with me. Paying real good. Real good. My one uncle's one of the best carpenters I've ever met in my life. He's like real smart. My one uncle. He's real good. I think he framed staple. I can't even say it. So watch yourself. Yeah, he framed Jesus' little bassinet in his little crib and stuff. It'd be Uncle David. After that, man, my pops came in and finished it all. That's one thing about my Uncle David. He was great with certain things. He just wasn't good at finished stuff. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. It just didn't have that flash to it. You know, that panache. That, like, wow. Like, I used to see my dad do kitchens or bathrooms before and after. You'd be like, wow. You know, because I believe finished carpentry is different than other types of carpentry. My personal opinion. How I observe fishes, well, I'm a fish expert, it's a little different, but I observe situations. Guys are good. Says I'm a Pollock. Oh yeah, Yeah, these guys were good though. My one uncle Ed was real good too. He just needed to be led. Wasn't a lead. Other than that, he was the real deal. You know, he observed computers. Stop there. Danger, danger. I like Pollock. Yeah, Finnish carpenters are a rare breed. Even when they do siding and certain shit, it just looks better. Danger. Yes. Who's out there with me? He's got some love for the set. Said he get that ass sweaty? Said, I got my ass wet. Yes. Yes, he can. Yeah. Na, na, na. It's been such a long time. Wish I was in New Jersey right now. I'd be on that Rancocas Creek right now. Bag of shrimp, little citronella candle, a little light on my head. This chair I'm sitting in, that vest. What else do I need? I could start a little fire right next to everything. Fucking live out there. Bring a bucket. Few trash bags, a roll of toilet paper right on a stick. There's the toilet. Yeah. Yeah, I like Taco Bell. There's not one around here. It's funny you say that too. We get stuck with Taco John's, which I really don't like. I don't like the way their tacos taste. I don't like that Midwestern taco taste, I guess. I like Taco Bell. It has that real like taste to it. Like this stuff. I'm not saying like I like their chicken quesadillas are okay at Taco John's. Other than that, I'm not Taco Bell. Taco Bell's just designed to taste better. It's not good for you either. I stop eating that shit. Fast food. It's another reason I'm gonna move out of this state. Like if the food and shit don't get better, like it's not a healthy state. It's boring. You figure, man. I have all kinds of money Friday, everything, all the bills paid. Got a brand new car, everything. There's nothing to do out here. That's fucked up. There's like nothing to do out here. Literally. Even all the fish are going to be small too. They're not going to be like that anadromous striper. You know, ain't no ocean out here. I understand you got the Mississippi, Missouri river system, the fourth largest river system in the world, but that's little ways away. I'll tell you what, the Mississippi River is beautiful. I drove over it coming here, and that's like a few hundred miles away. Gave me the chills. It looked just like how the Rancocas does, and how the Delaware exactly, like that creek and river. Like I love that. That's where the big boys are. At Delaware, excuse me, it looked just like the Rancocas where I caught this fish at. which would be a little guy in the Mississippi River. This would be a little guy in the Mississippi. Now that's what you would catch at night in the Mississippi. And the reason shrimp works is you trick their chemoreceptors. Shrimp smells like it's alive, doesn't it? Even if it's dead, it still smells like it's alive. You know what I mean? That's why shrimp works at night. Catfish just aren't at the bottom, guys. They're nocturnal omnivores. They're omnivorous. They're at any level, especially one that has a current when you're fishing rivers or creeks. You know? Oh my God. This is my milk producing mammary gland to nurse my young. Okay? Did you see that? Yeah. So if I was a dolphin, how would I nurse my young? How would I wean them? Well, let me show you my milk producing mammary gland again. What are you guys up to? I'm not saying Charles Darwin was full of shit either, guys. Like, he's just certain things with the drawings and stuff. I don't like. Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe he didn't fake drawings. Maybe the moths didn't change color of the bark of the tree. Maybe my eyes don't work. But Charles Darwin's the most famous marine biologist ever. Nobody's as famous when it comes to that. Even Sir Isaac Newton. He wasn't on the water for 5 years. And the HMS Beagle with Charles Darwin, like he was, I'm telling you. Sir Isaac Newton, even though he recognized the principles of tides in 1687 and a lot of other great things he did, he was fascinated with alchemy, like the Philosopher's Stone kind of stuff. Like if he applied himself even more to even science, he would have been even greater. He's probably the greatest scientist we've ever had, Sir Isaac Newton. That's why we have tides. Because of him. He really sat down in 1687 and was like, this will be remembered in 2025. That's how you know you're smart. That's how you know Sir Isaac Newton was smart. Wrote that in 1687 and still practiced in 2025. That's not all he did. I'm just saying how he had a fascination with alchemy. Just like Aristotle had a fascination with sea urchins. Right? Ready? Look. He used to sleep with them books, bro. Literally. Night after night. Dedication. My brain was like the human highlighter. I realized I can memorize anything with my focal point. Like a sponge. Like that peripheria. Aliens, they call them interdimensional, non-human demonic entities or intergalactic extraterrestrial biological entities. Say it. Yeah, say it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, when I wake up, you know where to go. Yeah. All right, let me find a different song. Two hearts. I like this song. What you guys up to? Aliens. I believe it's all demonic because it all venerates a Luciferian doctrine, even with pictures, the music, and backmasking. They do it with hip-hop stars, country singers. They do it with everything. They venerate Lucifer. I don't believe it's aliens. I believe it's demons. 100% demons. There's something else out there. You were intelligently designed. You were intelligently designed. There's something else out there. This isn't all there is. And a planet with a bunch of water and nobody knows why we're here, but the theory of evolution's the way it is? No, it's not the way it is. Not today, Satan. Satan was probably laughing his ass off when they came up with the theory of evolution. He's fucking loving it.
They're going to confuse it with adaptations and gene flow, and it's going to throw them off. They won't even have computers till the 80s. And when they do, I'm the prince of the power of the air. You know, you bastard.
No, baby. Hancock sounds like a bird. Might buy a couple beers tomorrow, yo. Fucking sick of this fucking sober fucking goody two shoes shit. Sound like a fucking robot tonight speaking about fishes and science. I'm truthfully holding back so I don't sound too robotic. Might fucking turn into fishy roboto. Should take my hat off, slick my hair back, and put on a white coat. Yeah. Hi. So do I look like a weirdo or do I look like a weirdo? Hi. Do you look like a weirdo? I think he's a weirdo. Looks like a weirdo. Yo, what's wrong with this guy? Yo, this guy looks a little weird. Yo, what's wrong with this guy? Yo, who's this guy? Hey, guy. You look like you look like butt fungi. Hey, guy. Oh yeah. Oh, yo, fish. Fish, you look like you mean business in that picture. Fish looks like he means business in that picture. He look like he's ready to go catch the Loch Ness monster. Yo, fish. Nessie's not safe. Sending fish. Nessie's not safe. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, fish. What the fuck you wearing, bro? What you wearing, bro? Right, look. Like that, yeah. Yeah, I almost had it. Yeah, I call that the dipper. Look, look, look. Yeah, look. That's just a hi. Hi, you want some butt fungi? Where's that guy at? There's this guy that's been stopping in. He's suffering from, he said he got butt fungi from some guy. I really got this guy. He stopped in. He's got butt fungi from some guy. I told him he's got to contact Dr. Mike. Oh, the Big Dipper? Yeah. That was this morning when I woke up. I dropped off the Big Dipper. Yeah, the Big Dipper. I likes the Big Dipper. Oh, come on, dude. Living with opioid addiction right here. I don't want to hear it. Get clean, junkie. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Living with opioid addiction. Here, go fucking give him an orange suit and lock him up. Give him a little fucking green mat and an orange suit. Let him start making ramen noodles with fucking Otis. Some cheese sauce and a summer sausage. Maybe it'll change their life decisions. Ready. That's what they need to do, man. They got opioid addiction. Lock them up. Look at them clean. Lock them up. For real. Give them no medicine either. Let them suffer in there. No medicine. Oh, I want methadone or Subox. No. Get nothing. You know what I mean? Get some hard dick, some Cheerios. Yeah. Ready that? No, that's how you stop it. I'm gonna start feeding them rice with. It's gonna be rice and a red sauce with meat. You don't even get noodles. Get this shank fucking proof spoon and toothbrush. Yeah, that's where they're gonna go. No, that's where they need to go. It'll wake them up. And they really mess up, they'll go somewhere that they're not wearing orange. They're wearing a different color. Wearing them Castor Troys. I believe I can fly boots. That's what we called them. Castor Troys. No, they were the R. Kellys. For some reason, we called them Castor Troys, but we called them I believe I can flies. Then the good boots were called the Dubs. That's what they was called. I want the Dubs. I don't want that fucking Castor Troys. For real, because remember Castor Troy? He was in that jail, and his boots like the magnet prison. That was actually, excuse me, my mouth's dry. That was actually a good idea. A magnet prison. Yes. Yes, I can. Yes. Yeah, there's this guy that stopped in. He's got butt fungi from the guy. Hi, guy. Big Dipper. Yeah, I got the Big Dipper. What about the Little Dipper? Like, whoa. What about like the Little Dipper? You know what I mean? Sounds like a tea bagging thing, you know, Little Dipper. What if they were like little tea bags, you know? What if there was a littler tea bag? Like, yo, yeah, that pitch, yeah, that was earlier and stuff. Yeah, I was in the trenches. Could have been. Whoa, 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 whoa. The so yeah, Shabby plays big Fortnite. She's big Fortnite player. Whoa. Like whoa. Like whoa. You guys up to? I gotta restart another stream. What am I gonna end? What am I gonna name it? Hi. Oh, look, it's operculum. Look, operculum. Lateral line complete. Yes, and it's also. Like whoa. Like whoa. He's out there with me. Boston to Jersey, Mo. Chip, where'd you go? Chip. Got the fish sticks. Okay. Alright. Alright. Alright, guy. Favorite coffee's any coffee. Any coffee, bro. That's why I've been streaming lately for Cash Apps for my little coffee money. Yes. And I made another one. Yes. Yo, Daniel Barry. He's my coffee man now. No, I haven't used it yet. Actually, yeah, I don't know if I did. Yeah, I don't remember. He's my coffee man. We'll be monetized soon. If not, I'm gonna figure out how to use a different channel. We'll figure it out. Dr. Fish is very clever. Yes, he is. I need to be on a fresh channel too, or I'm being portaled and speak a certain way. Streams will do a lot better. This channel, they like my clips. They don't like my streams. They don't portal my streams. I put up almost 20,000 views in a live stream before. I swear I have. Over 18,000. 11,000. I put up bangers. You know, they're not portaling me. You got millions of people streaming too. They made it so anybody who's anybody streams too. I'm on shadow ban. I know why I'm on shadow ban. Some of the things I say and teach are very professional and very on point. Even with the Jesus stuff, man, I'm following right from the Bible, like word for word. Who's out there with me? What's with me? When I have a coffee, I want a coffee. I want a coffee. A gator dip. Ready to let her rip. You guys up to? Talk to me. Over.